Welcome back, everybody. Today we have an exciting video to add to the tutorial series. This whole setup you're watching right now, believe it or not, uses no circuitry. All the current movement that you are seeing right now is completely controlled by AAI's own pathing mechanism. So the hauler is going out delivering fuel to all the miners, taking the ore back to the depot, all while this guy, the little warden, is healing everybody because they're bumping into each other occasionally. And they're all just mining autonomously. And I intend on teaching you guys how to do this today. I feel kind of bad because the last tutorial series I made were much more complicated than this, and honestly, this might be a much better way to do it. It does require a little bit of initial setup at each ore mining operation that you have, but after that it's very simple and there's no circuitry headaches involved. It's very, very good. Alright, let's just jump right into it. I've built a similar setup to what we had on our last tutorial world. I'll kind of explain what everything is doing here. But our goal today is we're going to make this miner drive around this copper patch, and then we're going to make this guy come grab the copper from the miner while also fueling the miner and himself at the same time, bringing the copper back here to this little depot. Okay, so the first thing we're going to set up is the fuel values. So we're going to have to first start at the depot here, where we're just going to be putting in some fuel and repair packs for later. You can source whatever kind of fuel or other cargo you want to do in here. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say anything that comes here, we're going to give away 10 fuel for the minus. So how this works is if there's a negative value here, that means give away that material, and if there's a positive value here, that means take that material. So we're going to be taking copper from the hauler and also giving it fuel. So now if the hauler drives over this and it doesn't have any fuel in its inventory, it's going to come on over here and we'll see it just picked up 10 fuel into its inventory. Next up, we're going to head on over to the miner. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to request a little bit less fuel this time. I'm going to request 3. So now, if this guy has no fuel in it, and the hauler gets near him, he's going to give him some fuel. Bloop. There we go, I got 3 fuel. And now for the actual pathing. So to open the path controller, you're just going to press Y, and then you can click this little blue thing here. And you can get to this little paths menu here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hit Add Path, and we'll call this Copper Mine. And then we're just going to go around and kind of pick a few points on this kind of copper mine for our guys to follow around through. You can kind of do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be any particular shape or order or anything. Then we're going to go back to list paths. And guys, this next part's going to blow your mind how simple this is. We're just going to take this unit controller, which you can also press Y to access. Just going to hover over. You're just going to send him to the coordinate of the path. And now he is going to follow that path automatically. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. I think he's just trying to follow him. Yep, okay, there you go. So now check this out. So this guy is just going to continuously loop around this little copper mine path that we just set up. And now we want to add a path for the hauler. This part is even cooler. So we're going to open the path controller again. I already made one. We're just going to call it hauler 2, just because I already have another one named hauler. And now this is the crazy part. So you go into here, and instead of it being a coordinate on the map, you can actually just select a unit as a point. So now this miner is a part of the hauler's waypoint path. And then you can just set the other path point here to the start. You're just going to want to make sure that the depot is position number 1. You're going to close that up. And then again, we're just going to take the unit controller, highlight this guy, and we're going to send him to the start right here, which is on the hauler. And now he's here, and now he's going to go over here. He's going to come siphon up his ore and give him fuel if needed and bring it on back. Look at that. Isn't that insane? No circuits or anything used at all. Now, let's add a few more miners. Just grab a few of them here. Boom, 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 boom. We're just going to make sure that they all have that fuel value. Also, guys, a little trick for this. If you want to design a certain thing, you can use the new logistics group feature, and you can just say miner. And then you can just select that at any of these other ones. Boom. And now that all of those guys have their fuel set up, we're going to open up that path controller again. We're going to add these new units to the hauler's route. Oops, that's the wrong hauler. We're going to add these new units. And now that those guys are added to our hauler's waypoint, we can go ahead and just take all of these guys. Oops, we don't want him. Just these guys. And we're going to send them right to the mine. And they will derp out a little bit like this if you send them in a cluster, but they do kind of spread out over time. So this is about a minute and a half after that little cluster pile up. So now we can also add some more haulers. Let's go ahead and do that. We're just going to add this guy. We're going to add him to the hauler path by just highlighting him and selecting the same hauler. He needs a little bit of fuel. So you go to this hauler path, and now he's going to be doing the exact same behavior that this guy is. Oops, get out of here. So easy. Okay, so I've added a few more haulers, but we've gotten attacked a few times during this little operation, so let's go ahead and add a warden so we can keep our guys nice and healed up. So we're just going to plop this guy down. And now next we're just going to go into our healer path. We can create that. We're just going to add every single unit this time instead of just the miners. So we're going to get the haulers too. And then don't forget to add a actual coordinate spot for the healer. So we're going to do one maybe right here. I think that's good. Okay, finally we got a second to clear it. So now we can set him onto the healer path. And now he's following that. He just pulled his repair packs and fuel. And now he's going to go around and heal everybody. You can also add gun turrets to this little rotation here. Okay, so this is working great, but we keep getting attacked by these dang pesky bugs. So let's go ahead and add a turret defense team to this. Okay, so I've placed down some turrets. I've also added a source of ammo into the depot, limiting it at 100. And then we're also going to be making sure to give away ammo. We're going to do the same thing for these unit-controlled guys. We're going to say I want 50 bullets, and I want some fuel as well. We're going to do this for all three of these guys. You can also add these guys to the hauler's path so they can just bring the fuel to them, but I figured since they're coming to the depot to get ammo anyways, they might as well just grab it here. And now that those guys are all fueled up and know where home base is, we're just going to add a new path. We're going to call this one the gunner path. And we're just going to start here, and then we're just going to kind of do a little patrol loop around the ore patch back to here. Oh. And now all there's left to do is just add these gunners to the path that we've built for them. Oops. They get a little weirded out when you do too many of them at once, so it's better to just do singles on the path. Nope, don't follow him, go to that. Uh-oh. Our other gunner got lost somewhere. Well, but you can see it. This guy's kind of driving around the side here. So if anybody walks in his path, he's going to gun him down. So we've got a defensive perimeter, we've got a healer, we've got a hauler, and we've got miners. All without a single circuit built. This is insane. I don't know if this is new to the mod or I just never knew how to use this, but this is awesome. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I do apologize for the big gap between my last video and this current video. I will try to add a part 4 after this. I'm going to probably play around with the pathing system a little bit more and see if I can find any more valuable tricks to teach you guys. But I hope this little introductory series to the pathing can kind of get you guys jump started on your AAI playthrough. And just want to say thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.